This project looks at how timeline-based representation on social media creates comparison and pressure, especially for Chinese international students in Sydney. So instead of focusing on timelines, I explore alternative ways of representing life experiences. I started with simple ideas like maps and paths, trying to rethink how life experiences could be organized in a more flexible way. These sketches helped me think about life not as a fixed screens, but as something that can be rearranged and interpreted differently. I also looked at a few different precedents. Their data shows how personal data can be present in a non-linear way. Oblique Strategies is a card system that gives prompts instead of answers. It encourages people to think in their own way. This made me think about not fixing a structure in advance, but giving user elements they can interpret. But it is very open and doesn't guide users much. So I started to think about adding some structure while keeping flexibility. The Museum of Broken Relationships use objects to tell personal stories. This inspired me to use objects to represent life experiences in a more personal way. Based on these ideas, I made three approaches. There are open arrangement, categorization, and relational mapping. Each one is a different way to organize life experiences. I test these ideas with users. In the video, you can see how people used the system in different ways. With open arrangement, people often went back to a linear way of thinking. Even without a timeline, they still tried to organize things in order. With categorization, users were asked to organize the card based on three rules: what is important, and what is currently happening, and what affect me. You can see that they spend time thinking about where each card belongs with this categorized. This makes them focus more on defining and labeling their experiences. They're grouping things but not really connecting them. With the relational mapping, users were asked to build connection between different cards. They began to think about their life as a system. For example, they considered what part was central, which experiences influenced others, and how different elements were connected. Compared with other approaches, users often spend more time thinking before placing cards, and they adjusted the layout more frequently while building relationships. This suggests that they were reflecting more deeply on how their experiences were connected. It helps them develop a more systemic and meaningful understanding of their life experiences. Overall, this shows that relational structure not only changed how users arrange information, but also encouraged deeper reflection on how their experiences were connected. Because of this, I decided to develop a final design based on relational and non-linear interaction. So based on this, the final design is a toolkit system for relational and non-linear life representation. Users can organize experiences by building connection between different elements.